You think it won't happen to you until it actually does. Please note, the content in this video is for entertainment purposes only. When driving in real life, awareness and safety always matter more than any reckless decision. Buckle up and join us as we begin the journey. That tire took off like it had its own weekend plans. Hauling large steel plates means you need to slow down so they don't shift forward when you brake hard. Merging without looking is like stepping into traffic while checking your phone. The road doesn't pause for anyone. Passing here is like stepping into a blind hallway. You might get through, or you might meet something head-on. Driving like that is like cutting in line and acting confident. It doesn't make it right. Hollywood would probably call it a happy ending. Keeping your car well maintained is a big part of making sure every drive stays safe. The truck driver seemed to think he could do whatever he wanted, just because he was driving a big truck. Man, you got lucky, kid. He wanted a shortcut. Turns out it was straight to trouble. The truck driver failed to react in time when the line of vehicles ahead came to a stop. If a safe following distance had been maintained, the collision could likely have been avoided.
Okay, it's over. It's over. Okay.
He avoided one problem only to drive straight into another that couldn't move out of the way. A careless lane change meets high speed. That's how crashes happen, man. He thought he was taking a nap. Turns out the guardrail was his alarm clock. Changing lanes like this is like stepping into the wrong checkout line at the grocery store. The only difference is, instead of a shopping cart, you're facing a truck. Checking your mirror before merging is like looking both ways before crossing the street. It takes a second, and it can save a lot. Driving fast in unstable conditions is like rushing a fragile situation. Pressure always makes things break.
Doing, Lord, give me wisdom, because if it give me strength, I'm gonna need. So we just not using our blinker? That's what we doing? You drive like a Pharisee in front of me. I thank you that you're giving them wisdom. I thank you that you're giving them diarrhea if they cut me off again. Oh. Tasha Cobbs, for these people, make me lose my faith.
Alright, he's running a red lighted I-70.
Another pit. Station 1036.
He's driving out of it. He's stopping. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Put your hands up!
Are you going southbound?
Crossing into oncoming traffic is like reaching into someone else's lane at the wrong time. There's no room for error. Luckily, no one was there at the time. The car's brand new, but the driving skills are still in beta.
God.
Accidents like this happen every day in the US because drivers don't respect lane markings. Hopefully, this serves as a reminder. That red car showed up like an unwanted guest at Thanksgiving dinner, caused chaos instantly.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! Oh, the kid has just been hit right in front of me. Joking.
¿Está bien?
Sí, está todo bien.
Just a few seconds of losing control, and the vehicle ended up in a ditch. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the property damage was serious. On the highway, keeping control of the wheel means keeping control of your fate. Honestly, there's nothing left to say. If this is how you choose to drive, your license should be permanently revoked for everyone else's safety. The road doesn't send warnings, it just reacts. Stay alert, stay alive. Drivers need to be aware of big vehicles' blind spots to avoid ending up in situations like this. It wasn't quick reflexes, it was smart awareness. The Audi driver signaled early and likely checked the mirror too. Calm and proactive. That's real driving skill. Speed limit signs in residential areas aren't there by accident. Follow the rules and keep everyone safe. Blocking traffic safety zones with illegal parking is unacceptable. Be mindful and keep yourself and others safe. Before hitting the road, it's important to double-check that your cargo is balanced and properly secured. And if something doesn't feel right, like a leaning container, it's always better to stop and check than to keep going. If someone cuts you off, don't escalate. Brake, breathe, and move on.
All right. Is everybody okay?
Never trade safety for convenience. Unsecured cargo can fall anytime, damaging property or endangering lives. Defensive driving is key. Expect the unexpected and stay prepared to reduce risk, even on roads that seem quiet. That turn was so sharp it could have sliced a pizza.
И туда пропихнуть заванно. Вот это реально.
Next time, keep an eye on those height limit signs, buddy.
Ничего не свалится, но он попал.
Speeding in unfamiliar roads without proper braking or GPS. That's a recipe for disaster. Drive smart. Your life and others depend on it.
High-speed chase! High-speed chase!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hold on! Hold on!
The Jeep was like, wow, it's really windy today, and just kept driving. A cinematic drift. Too bad real life doesn't come with slow motion. This route clearly doesn't meet the standards for heavy vehicles. It's a hazard waiting to happen. The truck driver was fortunate to regain control after hitting a wooden pole. The power lines may have been disconnected, preventing the risk of electric shock. Before you gamble with a red light, take a good look at what happens here. One wrong second can turn your whole life upside down. Luckily, the vehicle remained under the driver's control.
西面入。
阿伯正頭。
哎呦，
西面入。
阿伯正頭。
正下升啦。
哎呦。
阿伯。
Even if you're pulled over on the shoulder, you should still put out warning signs or hazards so drivers coming up behind you can see you clearly. This is a public road, not your emotional playground. The white car moved up too soon while the truck was still crossing the intersection. The truck driver shouldn't have changed lanes. If they had stayed in their lane and eased off the gas, the crash could have been avoided. The way I see it, the problem lies in the speed and the fact that the bus wasn't properly secured to the lift basket. The first thing you learn as a truck driver is your height.
I know, I'm backing off.
Oh my God, move it!
I know, I'm backing off.
Oh my.
£22,000 impact. This FRP guardrail passed MASH TL4 testing. Lightweight, corrosion resistant, and built for real-world crashes. Impressive performance. When your truck's longer than your patience, that's a recipe for disaster.
Nó là quay đầu phải đi xuống dưới.
Slow down when it's raining and keep your distance. Luck won't always be there to help you stop in time. On the highway, a moment of distraction or rushing can have consequences for many people. Slowing down a little is sometimes the smartest decision you can make.
On jde ve vedlejším pruhu nebo co?
Nature threw a sudden challenge, but the driver reacted in a split second. Sometimes just easing off the gas for a moment is all it takes to keep the journey safe. One sudden slowdown can trigger a chain reaction. Always keep a safe distance, especially when you're in front of or next to heavy trucks, especially on slopes.